Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
First reaction, Zach, do you find it a little confusing, or do we need to make it more simple for the public?
Well, you just have to pick your team and back your team through and through. So that's the easy way of understanding that scheduling. Once the schedule comes out, you know that the number of games is not going to change. Usually, you have home and away kind of games. So you have 7 teams you play home and away with. Here, that's going to change slightly. So from the individual team's perspective, you'll have to kind of just focus on your scheduling, GB. And not really worry about what's going to happen and all that. You don't have to leave it too late. Also, the calculation at the back end is also going to change. So usually the last 20% of the games when it's going on, that's when the exciting part is. There are certain teams going up, certain teams going down on the points table, and that whole qualification to the playoff race is on. So that time those calculations also will change. So you'll have to keep an eye on that at a later stage. But to start with, you just have to focus on how you've been seeing an IPL season, which is 14 games. It's going to be played in just 2 cities, so it's that much easier. Travel-wise, you don't really have to worry too much about that. Just focus on the venues, focus on the number of games, and find that scheduling. So for the viewers as well, it's important that you pick one team and then you just follow that schedule, and it makes it easier.
Well, of course, we will be there as we are every year, covering every square inch of the tournament. But TK will get you into it as well. Obviously, everyone's in agreement now that for the sake of the bubble, we're going to be in Mumbai and Pune. And maybe a few murmurs saying that a certain gentleman sitting next to you will feel a little better maybe playing at the Wankhede. But what they've tried to do is make sure that the Wankhede, Brabon, DY Patil and the stadium in Pune get an equal number of matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a very fair schedule, and all teams are looked at in a similar manner. All teams play equal number of matches in all the 4 grounds. So that's the best way. It's very hard, you have to understand, to accommodate all the issues that logistically are sometimes a bit of a nightmare for BCCI. So I think they've done a very fair job. Even if you see the virtual groupings, it's pretty straightforward. The number of finals you've reached and the number of times you've won, that's how it's calculated. And I think they've done a very fair job. And you have to understand that there is in many ways, in no way is it a group per se. At the end of the day, which there could be 4 teams from Group A straight away playing the knockouts as well. So that's how it has been done. It's not like Group A will have X amount of teams and Group B will have X amount of teams. So there's no grouping per se. So whichever team does well will just move forward, and that's as fair as it can get. And the number of games that you're going to play in each ground, they're trying to give up at least about 4 games in each of the grounds, which is again a very fair thing to do, so that all teams get equal opportunities to play in all grounds. And this has been the template even in Dubai and Sharjah when we played, Dubai, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi when we played. They try and accommodate it as many as possible closest to the venue that you were living in those conditions. Whereas in India, I think it's in one venue. So I think you're mitigating a risk in many ways, and that is the most important thing, to have a hassle-free IPL. I think that is the priority for everybody: the health of the players, the safety of the players, and most importantly, everybody that's associated with the tournament as well. So taking everything into consideration, I think they've done a fabulous job in putting together the scheduling as of now.
Well, even that little example, Zach, that DK gave, that 4 teams in Group A could really make it into the playoffs. It means that everyone's going to have one single points table. Only DK, even in that example, you should have said 4 teams in Group B will make it, so that your new franchise will make it through and Zach's won't. So we'll get that competition going.
And also, GB, there's no home advantage, isn't it? Like, for us, the Brabon Stadium, CCI also has been a venue where MI had played a lot of games in the past 2010 season. I remember I was part of MI team playing that year, and we played a lot of matches there also. I think with the whole last couple of years, we've seen it with IPL that the bubble bubble life and the bubble format actually, has taken the home conditions advantage out. You still have to play good cricket, you still have to adapt to the conditions and then work out a plan. In fact, when you look at Mumbai conditions, other teams will also have that advantage of using and making use of the fantastic conditions which we see at Wankhede.